What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet-Pepe. So I know this looks weird. I'm gonna go over my CD collection in this video, but I'm not gonna be able to have my face in the camera while I'm showing you. So yep. Again, but I did buy this CD case. Excuse me, for like 20 bucks on Amazon about a year ago, and it really helped me out. Really like consolidated all the space in a lot of space in my car. So without further ado, let's go over planet-Pepe CD collection. I'm gonna start out here with Bush. So Bush, right off the bat, is one of my favorite bands. I have all their records. So this is Stone 16, absolutely amazing. A lot of hits on that. This is Bush Deconstructed, which is definitely out there. I think they worked with like other artists on it, but it's worth the listen. It's unique in its own way. Man on the Run, which is, I mean, another obvious. We're still on Bush here. Man on the Run, which is amazing. They got a lot of great hits. It's kind of a softer record, but it almost sounds like a little bit like Alkaline Trio, which I got down here a little bit more. We got Stone 16 again, Golden State by Bush, which is, I think, definitely one of their most underrated records. There's a lot of great songs on here as well. We got Bush, The Science of Things, which is probably one of my favorites. They got like, Chemicals Between Us. They got, what's it called? Letting the Cables Sleep, things like that. So it's great record across the board. Gavin Rossdale is amazing. This is another Bush record. This is their second record. Which is, it almost sounds a little bit like they were going for like an early Green Day. It's not my favorite, but they do have Swallow down here, which is a great song. I think it's number 2 on there. This is the I'm sorry, I'm kind of blanking here. So this is the Sea of Memories, which is great. They got the Sound of Winter on here, which is shout out to Carl, my boy back from home. That's like his favorite song. It is a really good record. This is Bush. Black and White Rainbows, which is kind of, it almost sounds like I like it. They got some good stuff, but like it's almost so soft that you think it would be like a Gavin Rossdale solo record. This one here is their latest record, by Bush's latest record. This is The Kingdom, which is, they got The Kingdom on there. They got Flowers on a Grave, Blood River. This is such a great record. Came out in like 2018, and I don't know how it did on the charts, but it deserved to be really up there because Gavin Rossdale crushed it with this record. I can't wait for the next one. This is Institute, which is Gavin I know we're still on Gavin Rossdale. He's kind of my guy crush as a straight man, but still. So this is Institute. He had a band in like 2004. Bush briefly broke up and he formed another band. Their first song off here is this bombed, I think, in the record store or in the record charts, but really good record. Really good band, especially considering they're just like a one-off. We got the Gavin Rossdale solo album, which is Wanderlust, and it's amazing. It's definitely a little softer, but I think a lot of solo albums tend to be softer, but it's sometimes the softest songs are the most powerful. We got The Bravery, which is like The Bravery is great because they almost sound a lot like the Killers. They were around the same time period, and they kind of like work that vibe, maybe just a little lesser known. The Beatles won, Need We Say More. Alkaline Trio, now that's what we're talking about. Alkaline Trio, this is a great band. My boy Dan from back home turned me on to him, so I'm really glad. This is a great record, Army of One, or One Man Army. I'm sorry, but this is really good. We got BB King. Need We Say More? I mean, BB King is the man. I'm so glad I bought this, or at least found it. So what else we got here? We got Bruce Springsteen. I'll save Bruce Springsteen for another video, but I do have, The Rising on there, which, I'm glad I have it in my collection. We have The Band, which I think when they were originally with Bob Dylan or someone like that, and then Bob Dylan left them to go solo, and the band just stayed together and called themselves the Band. UI, The Iron Apple. This one was a total stab in the dark. I didn't know anything about this band, and it's a weird record. It's almost like Silver Apples. I'm shocked if you would know that either, but I'm not saying I hate it, but it is just really out there. We got Imagine Dragon, which is, I mean, they're great. They're really good. This is a powerful record. There's a lot of great songs on here. It goes straight through. It really brings the energy. We got Tom Petty. I made a video about Tom Petty, like one of my first videos. Again, not the best guitar player, actually pretty mediocre, but I mean, great lyricist. He's got a great band behind him. Lit, best of. We got Fuel, and Fuel is a good band. This is a good record, I should say. So I'm pretty sure you guys know Fuel. We got Kate Tunzel. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But she was kind of like this like country girl singer in like woman, I should say, in like the late 90s, early 2000s. She almost like went under the radar. Or at least she kind of got buried and forgotten, you know, in all the music hype. But she's really good on her own, in her own right. I'm glad that's her best of. I'm glad I pop that in every once in a while if I'm ever like fishing or something and I'm feeling that country vibe. Tipping Point. We got the Smithereens, which I'm really glad I have. They're a really kind of underrated band. Beatles, Rubber Soul, Creedence Clearwater Revival, which I think in a weird way, a lot of parallels with the Beatles, and I'll maybe hold off on that until I do a video on Creedence Clearwater Revival. Excuse me. We had the Cooters. I took a total stab in the dark on this. They're a punk rock band. I was not a big fan of them at all. Again, I don't know off the top of my head if there's no name on it. I'm sure if I listened to it for 10 seconds, I could tell you what it was, but I don't know what that is. 7 Seconds. This is actually a good record. They have She's My Best Friend. That's a really good song. They got, you know, they're a good, like, you know, punk rock kind of, you know, quick, almost, you know, like, you know, fast-paced band, which I really like. Dire Straits, did a video on them. Excuse me, they're really good. You know, Sultans of Swing is on here. We have the Eagles. I used to like the Eagles a lot more than I did. Now I don't want to say I soured on them, but they just don't really do it for me much anymore. But I think this is their best of. And, you know, I pop it in every once in a while, again, if I'm feeling maybe like a country vibe or something. Let's see, I'm not sure. Okay, so we got 3D. What else do we got? We got Mudhoney. Mudhoney is great. They were like kind of a band around the same time as Nirvana, like that's Seattle kind of, you know, grunge sound, really good. Again, this is blank, so I can't tell you what it is right off the bat, but if I listen to it, I could tell you. Same goes for this one, my apologies. I think is that Black Sabbath? I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what else we got here. We got Korn. Korn is absolutely amazing. I've done a video on them. This is their greatest hits, and every song they bring it, like they're that new metal, like NU metal. And that's a good pump up. I mean, they got a bunch of hits off there. They're really good. We got Nelly, Sweat by Nelly. Talk about pump up, man. Like before I played basketball, like I would listen to Nelly. You know, we got Sweat. We got a bunch of stuff. This is his first record. Like really good. We got Smashing Pumpkins. Not one of my favorites, but I saw it in a record store for like, I don't know, like $1, so I bought it, and I throw it in sometimes. They got some good stuff. I think that's their best stuff. Now we get to Nirvana, which is it's basically like another Bush, in my opinion, of my favorite bands. This is Nirvana Unplugged. I'm sorry if you can't see it like that well, but this is Nirvana Unplugged. Definitely one of the best concerts of all time. We got Nirvana Nevermind, their second album, Need We Say More. We got Bleach, which is their first record, which I think is underrated, actually. I think they got a lot of really good stuff off there. They do a cover, too. I think Love Buzz, I think, might be on here. But Kurt's genius started, you recognize it here as well. In Utero, which is their last album, I have as well, which they did months before Kurt tragically passed away. We got Great White, which is it's like this, I don't want to say weird, but it's something I've never really heard before. It's like kind of like this guitar, almost like a Buckethead-ish type thing. And I'm ashamed I don't have Buckethead in here. I need to get a Buckethead CD, but yeah, it's interesting. I picked it up, just kind of another stab in the dark. I saw it at a record store. We got Gangstar. Gangstar is amazing, and this is a great record. Moment of Truth. This is really good. He's got like Are You Working? What Kind of Work Do You Do? He's got a lot of great stuff on here. This is a really good record, and he's a really good rapper, really good artist. So I'm glad I got some of him. We got Red Hot Chili Peppers here. Need we say more about the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Jane's Addiction, which I love. They were in the early 90s, but this is I think their first record. She walked right through the door. Walked right through the door. Now this is a really. I'm glad I got this. My boy Furnace turned me on to this, and this is a really good band. We got. Let's see what we got else here. Sonic Youth, which is. We got two Sonic, or I think 3 Sonic Youth records here. Sonic Youth is good. I think they might be a little. Yeah, I like them. I'm glad they're in my collection. Janet Jackson, again, for the sake of being a collector, I like Janet Jackson. You know, she's cool. She's totally fine. We got 1208, which is kind of like the Cooters, which I mentioned before, is like another band that I just took a shot on. Never heard of them, but doesn't really do it for me. We got, obviously, Jimi Hendrix, Need We Say More. And this one is another one where it's just, like, I don't remember what it is off the, top of my head because there's nothing on here. But if I listened to it for 10 seconds, I would be able to, say it. But I'm sorry, I don't remember what this is off the top of my head. Now we go to Incubus, which is a really good band. Let's start here, actually, because this is the record that got me into them. This is like the first record I got into the Incubus late, but this is the first record I heard of Incubus, and I loved it. Like, they have a Girl in the Black Hat. I'm only 23 for another hour, give or take. In the Company of Wolves, I Sat in Silence. This one really got me into Incubus, which is ironic because apparently their fans. This is the one they hated the most. All right, but it's the one that got me into them. It's the one I actually kind of liked the most. But this is another Incubus. I forget which one this is, but we got more Incubus. This is their first record, Incubus, which is it's kind of like, it's definitely different than this one, and I actually really love this one too. They're two totally different styles, so I get maybe why if you were all into this, you might not love this, but this is a really good Incubus record. They got it's almost like it's totally different style. It's less rock and more like almost like a Rage Against the Machine, if that's maybe the right way to say it. What else we got? We got more Incubus. I have a lot of. I didn't realize that. I mean, Incubus. We go to Radiohead, Kid A, great record. What's this here? Let's see. Can't see off the top of my head, so my apologies for that because I'm not 100% sure what this is. Now we go to Elliott Smith, Heat Miser, which is the band Elliott Smith was in. He was the lyricist and guitarist. He was absolutely amazing. This is a great record in their own right. I think they were a band from Nebraska, but then he left Elliott Smith and went solo. And this is his solo record, Either Or. And this is such a good indie rock record. It's so good. I don't want to say he's underrated, but like if you don't know about him, get to know him. I've done a video on him. He's amazing. Tragically died at the age of 33. Gone but not forgotten. We got The Offspring. This is the Conspiracy of One, where they got Want You Bad. I think Original Pranksters on here. There's kind of a bunch of. I always said this is like the world's best bad band, and I still stand by that. Take that for what it will be. This is another. I think this is the record after that, where they got The Kids Aren't Alright, which is a great song. Can't lie. This is their first record. I have here. We got the Meat Puppets. Meat Puppets are amazing. They were on stage with Nirvana at Unplugged, which is one of the best concerts of all time, in my opinion. We got Brett. It's kind of like we got Brad Paisley, country guy. Again, I grew up in a farm town, so I definitely got country in me. Saves the Day, not a fan, but I guess I have the record, or I gave him a shot and didn't really like it. Heat Wave's Greatest Hits. So this is like a funk band from the 70s. I don't know why I have this, but hey, they're not terrible. I'm not hating. It's just kind of odd that I would have it. Evanescence. Now this girl, this young woman is fantastic, and this is a great record. She's got Bring Me to Life or Save Me from Myself. like she's got like, there's like 5 hits on this record alone. Evanescence, check her out if you don't know her, although I'm positive you do. Savage Gardens, almost kind of the same way in the sense that like you would hear all these, like this is their best of, and you would probably hear all these songs and be like, oh, I didn't know that these were all from this band. Like I know these songs, but like they almost didn't get the recognition they deserve. They're a 2-piece and they're absolutely amazing. I did a video on them, I believe. We have the what is this? I know this. We have Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World, we got Pain, Takes the Pain Away. I think In the Middle's on here. This isn't their greatest hits, but it's one of their records. I'm not 100% sure which one. We have Meatloaf here, which I did do a video on. It's definitely like a guilty pleasure. I could throw this on, Bat Out of Hell, maybe like twice a year, 3 times a year, and just like have like, let's go, have so much fun with it. Perfect Circle, James A. Markinian. He's got a couple, he's got Tool, he's got Perfect Circle, he's got like another band. So no, he's really good. I think underrated, at least in terms of pop culture. I have more records of him as well, but this is a Perfect Circle record. Rodney Atkins, greatest hits. Rodney Atkins, If You're Going Through Hell, which was a huge thing in growing up and like being from a farm town and the late to mid 2000s, like 2006, 2007, he really hit home for us. We do have right here, this is I know I say a lot, I'm sorry, but this is kind of a long video. This is Explosions in the Sky, great record. I'm not sure exactly which one this is. I'd have to look. I have a couple of them, and I did have Friday Night Lights, which is, I did a video on them, which is what my friend Dan gave me. It was a burn CD, and eventually it got scratched up over time, and I lost it. But they're great musicians. They don't have a singer, but they're absolutely amazing. We got the Killers. I've done a video on them. This is Hot Fuss, I think one of the top 100 records of all time. Now we got more Killers. This is their second record, which is, I think, it's not top 100 of all time, but it's like it's fire. It's really, really good. When You Were Young, Doesn't Look a Thing Like Jesus, or I don't know if that's the exact name. We got more Killers stuff here. After their first 2, I don't know how much they did for me, but I've said my piece on them already. More Perfect Circle. This is James A. Markinian. We have Rage Against the Machine, which is amazing. Such a good band. They were from the early 90s, and there's, they had Killing in the Name Of. They had Bomb Track. They're not off this record, but they had, they were so good. They're like a funk rock band, which is such like a funk rock rap band, and they pull it off in spades. They're a really unique band, really, really good, and they have a lot of political views. They have a lot of stuff to say. So again, there's some classical stuff. We got Mozart, Beethoven, some more Mozart, more Beethoven. We got Bach, some Spanish guitar stuff, more Bach again. These are just classical music stuff. We got Poolside. This is a band I took a total shot on. Didn't know anything about them, and this didn't really do it for me. But I paid $2 for it, so I kept it in. Rage Against the Machine. This is their first record, where a lot of their hits come from, and I think it came out in '92. I think, and it's really, really good. This I am not 100% sure. I'm not gonna lie. This is the last one, and of course I don't know what it might be, but my apologies. I don't know what this is. If anyone can tell me what that is, let me know, because I'm sure if I listened to it for 10 seconds I would, but there's a lot of stuff here. So the rest is blank. I got more, the collection's not done, but thank you for everyone watching. If you're still watching, this is my CD collection. Again, I've had more CDs over the years. Just you loan them to friends, they get scratched, you lose them over time, stuff happens, so it's ever evolving. This is just as it is at the moment. It's not done yet. Every time I pass a record store, I go in, I talk music with the owner, with the people behind the desk, and I find some music that I either know or take stabs in the dark on. So it's a great hobby. But again, I bought this on Amazon. It's $20. I don't even know the brand name, but yeah. So thanks for everyone for watching. I'll see you on the next video. planet-Pepe, Stormcloud. I just couldn't fit him in on this video, but he's right over there. But so I know it's kind of weird seeing him without me, or seeing us together. But all right, that's my CD collection as it stands right now. And all right, everyone, take care. Peace out, everyone. planet-Pepe. Have a good night.